Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Sunday, August 2nd, 2020. Well, we have a warm front that's lifting through that actually produced some pretty strong thunderstorms over eastern Pennsylvania earlier this morning. Even a tornado warning was issued. Thunderstorms are not as strong as a warm front is lifting through the region this morning. We could see winds from the southeast veering to the southwest. That is a clear sign of a warm front moving through around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Even up to around 20 miles per hour around the south shore of Long Island. Again, we're going to see that threat for isolated shower or thunderstorm throughout the day as a lot of humid air is invading the region. How humid is it? Well, over the interior, let's say around the Catskills, temperatures are in the lower to mid 70s, but dew points are also in the lower to mid 70s. And as you head off towards Connecticut and down towards New York City and Philadelphia metro, we have temperatures ranging from the upper 70s to mid 80s with dew points in the mid 70s. There's even some lower 80s off towards Belmar, New Jersey. The point here, it is very humid. This isn't necessarily a hot air mass. It's a very tropical one with tons of moisture loaded into the atmosphere. Keep that in the back of your mind as we have a little bit of some mischief approaching us, which would be Tropical Storm Isis. Now, look, it's a tropical storm. It could very easily jump back up to hurricane strength. Don't pay attention to the strength. Okay, it's not important, especially by the time it gets up here as far as the impacts. Whether you have a 65 mile per hour storm or a 75 mile per hour sustained storm, the impacts for us remain the heavy rainfall. It's just a little bit of semantics. Obviously, a hurricane making a landfall around, let's say, South Carolina tomorrow afternoon would be a significant situation, but it'd still be the same type of impacts if it was a 70 or 65 mile per hour winds. So don't pay attention to the strength of the storm. Let's dive into some of this data. Okay, now first of all, we can take a look at our surface map here. We have our area low pressure here. Cold front's right about here. Warm front is right about here. It's kind of snaking its way through and lifting northward. Here is our tropical storm, and you can see all this deep tropical moisture right here in orange surging northward. That is a sign of a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, right? So when we take a look at our radar along closer to home, a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. Let's take a look at what's going on with our tropical storm. First of all, these stats here. We have winds around, let's say, 65 miles per hour. So I think it's a tropical storm, obviously. It's moving to the north-northwest at 8 miles per hour. And you can see the forecasted track here. In fact, let me add the line. Click that. It's from the National Hurricane Center. You can see the track here. And overall, the forecast that I've been suggesting over the past 3 days really hasn't changed. And the NHC has adjusted to that track that I've been suggesting. Going all the way back to when this was forming around the Bahamas and starting to organize, I kept on warning, especially premium members, watch out for anything that forms around the Bahamas, as this weather pattern we're in is going to shuttle anything that develops around the Bahamas right up the coast, either as an organized tropical low or as the remnants, which means a lot of rain. This pattern is not going away anytime soon, ladies and gentlemen, so be prepared. So this is the latest stats. Now let's take a look at the actual evolution. Now this looks a lot healthier than what we saw 24 hours ago. 24 hours ago, right around here, it was torn up, just completely collapsed, not much in the way of convection around it. But you see this right here? This is a sign of southwesterly shear. It's kind of like it's taking the top of the showers and thunderstorms and ripping it off to the northeast. This is going to weaken. And as it weakens, the center, which is right about here, is going to start to fall more under those showers and thunderstorms. So that's why as it's lifting up through this area, which again will feature plenty of very warm water here, and the Gulf Stream, by the way, that's going to allow this storm to strengthen back into a hurricane. Okay, now again, nothing strong, nothing like a Category 3 or anything, but possibly touching Category 1. So I think somewhere between 70 and 75 mile per hour winds is going to be its range. A strong tropical storm or a Category 1 hurricane as it's heading towards South Carolina. all of this moisture is going to be drawn up along the coast. And so as a result, you end up with a very impressive heavy rainfall event that is on the way for the region. A little bit closer, you can see this area right here fanning out. You see the showers and thunderstorms fanning out. This is the anticyclonic circulation of the tropical storm maturing and organizing. When you see this fanning, okay, that you see out here, that means that it is trying to strengthen, it's trying to get itself organized. But you can see the mid-level centers here, the low-level center here. So you can see that influence from the shear. A lot of interesting stuff to look at when you take a look at the satellite picture. So, a little bit closer to home, see our warm front lifting northward. And again, some of those thunderstorms lifting through. More sunshine on the way, but it's going to be muggy out there. So let's dive into this forecast, shall we? For today, warm front lifts northward. Watch out for some isolated showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures rising into the lower to mid 80s on Long Island, upper 80s to lower 90s everywhere else. There's a heat advisory out. It's muggy, it's humid. Heat index is going to push over 95 degrees. It's going to be uncomfortable out there, so just be prepared. By tonight, that warm front is still lifting northward. You see this cold front here? Well, it's essentially going to wash out. It's really not going to have much of an impact on our area. It will keep the threat for an isolated shower or thunderstorm in place with some fog and just some muggy conditions. Temperatures will fall off into the lower to mid 70s. But again, this is going to wash out. But it's going to act as kind of like a roadway for the remnants of this storm to track along it. This is a stronger cold front back here with all the dry, cooler air. So by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon, that moisture is going to start to stream along this frontal boundary. We'll start to see showers and thunderstorms break out, become more widespread towards evening. High temperatures pushing into the mid 80s to lower 90s. Again, muggy, uncomfortable, and humid. Here's our stronger cold front back to the west. On Tuesday, this storm starts to push into North Carolina and rapidly lift northeast towards the Philadelphia metro by the evening hours, and then lifting through towards southern New England Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. While that's happening, look for widespread heavy rainfall, becoming especially heavy in the evening and overnight hours Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. Let's say from 6 p.m. Tuesday through 2 a.m. Wednesday, you're going to basically experience intense, heavy downpours, poor visibility, urban flooding, wind gusts over 40 miles per hour time. It is going to be ugly to travel on Tuesday, that is for sure. Temperatures on Tuesday range from the upper 60s to mid 70s for lows, and basically mid to upper 70s for highs. By Wednesday morning, that strong cold front finally moves through. And again, watch out for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms in the morning hours because it's driving out all that tropical moisture. By the time you get to the afternoon hours, you start to see clearing skies. Temperatures will range from the upper 60s to lower 70s for lows and lower to mid 80s for highs. On Thursday, high pressure will be in control with clear skies to scattered cloud cover. Lows in the upper 50s to mid 60s. High temperatures in the lower to mid 80s, even a few upper 70s up towards the Poconos. Now, this cold front's going to stall out, and this wave of low pressure is going to track along it, and that's going to produce a threat for a few isolated showers on Friday and also on through Saturday morning. Temperatures through the period range from the upper 60s to lower 70s for lows and upper 70s to lower 80s for highs. Not looking for a lot of rainfall here on this one. Just a few pesky showers, so it's not a washout. And then on Sunday, high pressure starts to build in. Could see a pesky shower lingering around with a weak trough. But other than that, I'm looking at scattered cloud cover. Lows in the lower to mid 60s, highs in the lower to mid 80s. Just to wrap this up again, just to go over what we're expecting with our storm. For the interior, the suburbs well west of Philadelphia, let's say Lancaster, York, on up through Scranton, into the Catskills, and then off towards central New England. Basically 1 to 3 inches of rain, isolated amounts up to 4 inches, winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Most of that is on Tuesday afternoon and evening. As we head closer to the coast, basically the Philadelphia and New York City metro on up through Connecticut and Rhode Island, this is where we're expecting 2 to 4 inches of rain. Isolated spots up to 6 inches. Now, if this tracks a little bit further to the west, we may have to push this off into portions of the Poconos as well. But for right now, I'm sticking with this orientation. There's going to be a high threat for coastal flooding and, should I say, urban flooding and stream and river flooding with this type of rainfall. Coastal flooding, minor, mostly due to the impacts of the full moon on Monday, really, than anything else. Winds sustained at 15 to 30 miles per hour on Tuesday evening only, with gusts at times over 40 miles per hour within some of these embedded showers and thunderstorms. This is not a major wind event. This is a heavy rain event, so be prepared. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, if you're interested in some additional information, maybe diving more into the science, and also being able to talk to your own meteorologist, definitely check out Premium Membership and subscribe today. That is your forecast discussion for today. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.